You guys know I'm not a guru, right? I'm just a little coach, a little consultant that's done this YouTube thing and had a little success with it. That's all I am. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 YouTube guru tips that I did not use in order for me to blow up on YouTube. If you are interested in this video, then stay tuned. Today's video is sponsored by Nexus Clips. We're going to talk about more about them later on in the video, and I'm going to be giving shout outs today, so you don't want to miss it. I ignored a lot of the advice of the big YouTube content creators out there telling me that I needed to do certain things in order to get myself monetized on YouTube. And you guys know, or maybe you don't know, it is extremely hard to get monetized on YouTube, but a lot of people don't really say that, especially the big content creators. They don't tell you how difficult it is. And what I did, I ignored all of their advice and I started to implement things that I came up with myself in order to get myself monetized within 3 videos. Yep, 3 videos. Back last year, I was able to get myself monetized and be accepted in a YouTube partnership program. And that is how I'm before you today, teaching you tips and tricks so that your journey will be easier and less tragic as mine. Let me tell you this, it wasn't that the advice was completely wrong or that it was really bad advice. It just wasn't tailored for me as a small content creator. And if you're watching my videos, you've been following my journey, we have built a small content creator community right here because we understand each other pain points, each other issues and problems on the road to monetization or just building a community. They told me things like pick a niche, post once a week, stay consistent, and all these things were very good, but they weren't good for me. They weren't specific enough for where I was on my journey. I'm going to be sharing with you some specific things that I utilize in order to make my journey a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. But YouTube is not easy. I'm not here to sell you any YouTubers on easy mode bullcrap. We're not here for that. This channel and myself, we're all about authenticity and we're all about transparency. But before we get into the tips and the gems for today, I want to share with you and shine the spotlight of some awesome people in our community. These are some of the revealers. I like to give shout outs of small and emerging content creators in our community that we call the revealers in order to help them to grow a little bit faster and have a more supportive community like I was able to build here on this channel. If you want to be a part of this awesome community or you're interested in building your own community and you want to connect with me, I want you to comment down in the comments section, connect. Also, while you're down there in the comments section, I want you to connect, make friends. I'm not going to tell you how many people to connect with because this channel is not about sub for sub, but for community support and helping each other along the way. Now that I've shined the spotlight on some awesome people in our community, I do want to shine the spotlight on some software that I use to help me to make more content, and that is Nexus Clips. Now, let me tell you how I grew on YouTube using shorts. In the beginning of my journey, I used to use shorts in order to grow my channel and get myself some subscribers because we know that shorts get you subscribers and long form video gets you views and watch time. In the beginning of my journey, YouTube was giving me all the flavor with the shorts, but it was more like a chore for me to upload shorts and long form video all within the same week. But then I discovered Nexus Clips. Nexus Clips is a software that I use to get myself some views and save myself some blues and some edges by not having to create so much content during the week. I use my shorts as content fillers and I use Nexus Clips to help me along the way. Every time that I make a long form video, I'm able to use that same long form video and upload that same long form video onto Nexus Clips, and Nexus Clips chops up my videos into small bites that are viral ready. Yes, Nexus Clips gives me a virality score. Yep, a virality score, and a virality score gives me the potential of that short going viral. I love using Nexus Clips because I'm able to optimize my time. If you want to try out Nexus Clips, I'll leave you a 10% discount code down in the description. So the bigger creators told me to pick a niche, post once a week. So I did that. And then YouTube responded with giving me 3 views and 0 likes. And not to mention with a strong gust of algorithm ghost silence. Yes, it was silence on the decks and I wasn't getting any views. I thought my channel was broken, but turns out the advice was broken. It wasn't my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 YouTube guru tips that I completely ignored and I got monetized anyway. You want to know why I didn't use the tips? Because they were trash Flash for me, I was a small content creator just like you. Instead of using these recycled methods and old strategies that didn't work for a channel my size or your size, and once I realized I was not going to be getting any views, I started to focus on building a community and also building my business and building my brand. And if this resonates with you, I want you to stick through the entire video, because I'm going to be teaching you how you can do the same thing. Tip number one that was old as day old bread was just post every week. Post one video a week. And posting one video a week might work for a channel that has 500,000 subscribers, but for a channel my size and even the size that it is right now, posting once a week will wreck my revenue. And if you are just starting out and you are not monetized, it will be very hard for you to reach that monetization goal within 365 days if you're only posting once a week with no subscribers or minimal subscribers. This is me just keeping it real with you. Just imagine if you were a basketball player going out for a pro team, but then you only came to camp one day a week and was shooting only about 1 to 2 shots every week. Do you think you would make that team? YouTube is similar to that. How was I going to make monetization if I was only posting one long form video and a bunch of shorts that does not count towards your monetization for actual watch hours? How was I going to get to my monetization goal if that was my strategy? I was not. If you want a strategy, I'm your girl, the coach with the most. Connect with me in the description and I will get you a strategy to help you to get monetized. Okay, once I realized the math was not going to math, and by posting one video a week, even if the video was 8 minutes long, and that was not going to get me to my monetization goal, I started posting long form videos 2 times a week, and those videos were over 8 minutes long. Some of them were 10 to 16 minutes long, and I was not intentionally making the video long just to make them longer. I had a lot to say. I had a lot to share, especially when I found my audience. And I will talk to you about finding a niche or picking a niche, but I think finding an audience is more important than finding a niche, although niching down is important. Tip number 2, being consistent. Now that was about as vague as my edges were when I used to wear wigs. Let me tell you something. Being consistent, that statement is not definitive enough when it comes to growing your channel. Being consistent can mean anything. Like, you think you post every day and that's being consistent when no one is telling you to get consistently better or find a consistent system. That is what I like to teach my clients now, is build a system so that YouTube will not become such a pain, because YouTube is very hard. If you build a good system when it comes to content creation, it can make your journey a little bit more fun. So going back to tip number 1, which was posting 2 times a week and being consistent and getting consistently better with each upload, then I started to see some traction with my channel and with my subscribers and my watch hours. Let me tell you this, once I built my audience and I figured out I was talking to other small content creators and emerging business owners like you, then everything changed. Everything was a game changer for me and for my channel and for my journey. So I'm gonna tell you this, don't be consistent with the chaos that might be happening today. Be consistent with clarity and your vision for yourself and for your channel and for your journey. Okay, tip number 3. They said just start. Don't worry about branding. Don't worry about what your channel aesthetics look like. Just do your reps and sets. That is some poor advice. Branding is everything. Branding brings you channel authority. So even if it's as simple as making sure you have a good banner and a good profile pic and your description section is not like a thrift store, and there's nothing wrong with thrift store except it takes you forever to find what it is that you're actually wanting to purchase that might be on sale for super cheap. Unless you want to look like a thrift store, then I would say work on your banner, your profile pic, and your description. And maybe try to tie in your thumbnail colors with whatever branding voice that you're trying to depict. Let me explain something to you about branding. Branding is not just about colors and aesthetics. It's about voice. It is about who you are when you show up on the platform. What can people count on you being? Are you authentic? Do you have an empathetic heart when you communicate? That is all part of the branding. Branding is, why should someone watch you vice watching someone else? Why should someone subscribe to you and ascribe to you and your message vice someone else? That is what I mean about branding. Work on your branding. Work on your brand voice. Here's one for you. Just keep uploading. Upload all the time when really no one told you how to upload in the first place. How to upload properly, making sure your settings are correct, making sure you have all of your titles and all of your file names correct when you begin to uploading at the right time of day. They kept telling me, just keep posting. Eventually something will hit, something will stick. It's like throwing spaghetti up on the wall and hoping that something will stick. YouTube doesn't work that way. The journey will be exceptionally harder if you keep doing that. So what I did, instead of uploading blindly, I looked out in the field in my niche to see what was working. I tracked other content creators in my niche to see when they were uploading, what they were uploading. I built myself some virtual mentors from my field and I began to study. I studied how they uploaded. I studied what they were saying. I studied what they were teaching. And then I decided to make my own strategy and build my own voice based off my own brand. Tip number 5, niche down or fail. And the other piece of advice was to be clear, not caged. Niching down nearly took me out. It still almost takes me out sometimes because my channel ended up becoming a channel about YouTube growth. In the beginning, my channel was all over the place and I truly believed in niching down. However, what I have to say about niching down is make sure that you really love the topic that you are niching down into, because that niche will determine you. If you don't know what type of niche you want to get into, or if you even want a niche, maybe you just need to ask yourself the questions, what am I good at talking about all the time? Or what am I passionate about? Or what I can help someone else with, because I've been there, done that, and I have receipts of winning at it. So it's not necessarily that you need to niche down to a topic, but you do need to niche down on being a brand authority, and that brand may just be you. For example, me, I wasn't trying to be anyone else. I wasn't trying to be a YouTube guru, but I was trying to be exceptionally clear about who I was and exceptionally clear about what I was trying to do for you, my viewer and my community members, which was to help you to grow, to help you to build your brand, and to help you to build your business. When all those things started to come together, that is when I started to win on YouTube, and that's when I was able to get monetized within 6 weeks and within 3 videos. And I'm not saying that this will be your journey and your path with only 3 videos, because technically it took me 74 videos in order to get to my top 3 videos that are still trending on my channel for today. Now, I hope this video has been helpful for you. And if you're still trying to figure out this YouTube thing, especially when it comes to thumbnails, I want you to watch this video about thumbnails, and I want you to watch this playlist if you are interested in growing further on YouTube. See you next time.